What's good, YouTube? This your boy, Wildest, and I'm back in the building with another video. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. I'm another special video so you can get together together in the next video. Let's get this started.
Hey, adrenaline junkies. Welcome to Mind Rush, where adrenaline meets pure excitement. Get ready to dive into heart-pounding chases, jaw-dropping action, and the most thrilling moments caught on camera. You're in the right place if you're looking for the ultimate rush. Let's get your heart racing. The worst drivers are the ones who think traffic rules don't apply to them, flying down the shoulder while everyone else sits in gridlock. On August 7th, 2021 in Atlanta, Georgia, one of those drivers got exactly what he deserved. GSP Trooper Noe spotted a red Chevy Equinox skipping traffic on the right shoulder. He signaled the driver to pull over, and the guy nodded as if he would comply. But instead of stopping, he hit the gas and took off. What followed was a high-speed chase through packed Atlanta traffic. If you were stuck that day, this might be why.
468 Atlanta, 1038.
You're at 468.
Connector North, MLK, red Chevy Equinox, 28th through Georgia, Robert Victor Paul 1951, RVP 1951, Georgia. Come on. Pull over. Please stop. Please stop. 468 Atlanta, we're continuing northbound on the shoulder.
Yeah, 4, do you want to stop there?
And 10-4 on 1080, I'm approaching Edgewood.
Left shoulder, right shoulder.
Right shoulder, I'm coming up to you, work your way to the right.
Clearly, about 6 or 8 days at a time. You go ahead and drive. Once you get on call.
Red.
Hey, 14, be with 468.
All right, stop, traffic stop here.
Passing Auburn Avenue. Clear, come up on Beach Street.
Exiting. Slowing
Got
down.
off on Beach Street. Clear, got off on Beach Street.
1050.
1050, 1050.
The suspect, D'Angelo Antoine Rogers, was already wanted for aggravated assault with a firearm. Inside the car, police found a baby bottle filled with promethazine, a prescription drug often abused by opioid users. They also recovered a loaded gun and several blank checks. Two of the other passengers were caught, including Latravius Lawrence, who was wanted for felony theft. A reckless attempt to skip traffic turned into a straight trip to jail. On July 27, 2024, police in Fond du Lac County, Wisconsin, were hunting down a stolen SUV that had just slipped away from officers in Winnebago County. A sheriff's deputy patrolling Lakeshore Drive spotted a vehicle that matched the description. Though the license plates didn't line up, his gut told him this was the one. That instinct was dead on. When the deputy 33-year-old Thomas Chavez floored it. He dodged stop sticks and recklessly tore through the area, putting lives at risk.
Church parking lot, going over the grass. back onto the road. That's back out to Johnson. Good improvement at that intersection, Bracer. Going around.
You seen him? You say, I gotta get to the girl.
Chavez was arrested and charged with fleeing, narcotics possession, and receiving stolen property. To make matters worse, he was already on probation, so this chase earned him a one-way trip back to jail. Also in the SUV was Jamie Metoxen, who was slapped with multiple charges, including narcotics possession and felony bail jumping. For these two, this chase didn't end with freedom. It ended with handcuffs and a jail cell. On September 6, 2024 in Blytheville, Arkansas, ASP Trooper Chris Dunham was parked on Highway 78 when a black Mazda CX-5 flew past at nearly 100 miles per hour. Trooper Dunham pulled out, followed the vehicle, and managed to get it into an abandoned gas station. But the driver? He had other plans.
We're stopping across the bus.
Roll the windows down. All of them. Roll all of them down. All the way.
Get out of there. Get him out of there. Crazy work.
.28-year-old Calvin Hathaway of Milwaukee bolted on foot, but police caught him about a mile away. Inside the car, officers found backpacks stuffed with drugs and a BB gun that looked exactly like a Glock 19. And turns out Hathaway was on probation in Wisconsin and thought running drugs through Arkansas was a smart move. It wasn't. He was slapped with multiple felonies, including possession of a controlled substance and fleeing, plus a long list of traffic violations. 100-mile-per-hour joyride, a foot chase, and a car full of drugs. This guy never stood a chance. August 19th, 2024, Clayton County, Georgia. Marquez Milner was on track for a state record surviving 5 pit maneuvers and outrunning the Georgia State Police. But GSP wasn't about to let that happen. Deputy Bradford with the Clayton County Sheriff's Office spotted a stolen Dodge Scat Pack near Highway 314 and hit 100 miles per hour trying to catch up.
All right, he's coming to you. Get ready. I'm catching up to him now, right? I pitted it, we boxed it in, he got out. The back tire's done for. We're chasing it 138 towards Union City. Come up on a hold down, I'm about to pit again. Okay, we're going, that's on 138. I'm going 138, going to that. Wait, one up here. And again, here we go, we're still going. Speed is 6. We're chasing it 138 towards Union City. Come up on a hold down, I'm about to pit again. Okay, we're going, that's on 138. I'm going 138, going to that. Wait, one up here. And again, here we go, we're still going. Speed is 6.
Routine pit maneuver should have ended it early, but Marquez refused to go down easy. His ultimate mistake, other than stealing a car and running from the cops, sprinting straight into a thick briar patch. Completely tangled in thorns, he could barely move. Officers weren't spared either. They left covered in cuts. Inside the stolen Scat Pack, police found a Glock on the driver's side floorboard and the strong smell of marijuana. After a quick patch-up at the hospital, Marquez was booked on multiple felony charges. Trying to set a state record in stupidity? Mission accomplished.
Hey, welcome to Clayton County.
August 11th, 2024, Sumter County, Florida. FHP Trooper David Ramos was patrolling Wildwood when he spotted a black BMW with illegally tinted windows. He followed the car as it pulled into a driveway, maybe the suspect's home. But before Ramos could step out, the BMW peeled out, launching a wild chase through tight Florida neighborhoods. Open road, the Beamer had the advantage. Faster than the FHP squad car, it could also blow through red lights with zero regard for anyone else. If the driver didn't mess up, he might have actually gotten away. But he did. 24-year-old Marlon Underwood was cuffed outside his car. His passenger took off on foot, and while it's unclear if police caught him, we at least know his name. Thanks to Marlon yelling, "Run, Roo, run," like a bootleg Forrest Gump. Marlon was arrested and charged with felony fleeing. Trooper Ramos also learned his license had been suspended since 2019. And based on this chase, it's clear Florida had the right idea keeping him off the roads. July 26, 2021, Hancock County, Ohio. While patrolling I-75 South, an Ohio State trooper spotted a silver car tailgating other drivers. A routine plate check revealed a problem. 012157 didn't exist. That was all the trooper needed to know. These guys had something to hide.
What he thought he was this again?
The suspects must have thought they had shaken him, but they didn't expect what came next. A hairpin U-turn and a pursuit the wrong way up the highway on-ramp. The trooper spotted them heading east on Route 12 and stayed locked in.
They thought they got away. They thought they got away on her.
Hancock and Maine, heading south on Maine. South on Main Street, speed 40 miles an hour. 40 miles an hour. 131, I can take radio, I'm right behind you now. Okay, on it. He just lost the tire. He just lost the tire. Car, Marquez, red car on South Main. Still rolling. Down on wall. Down on wall. Left on the wall. He's gonna bail.
After a short chase, the driver, Lonnie Barnes, and his passenger, Lamont Lester, bailed on foot. Bad move. Both were quickly arrested. Inside the car, a large stash of marijuana. Both suspects were charged with felony fleeing and felony drug possession. They thought they could vanish into the night, but there's no outrunning a determined trooper.
He's gonna come later. He's gonna fight later in the morning. Yeah.
Down on wall. Down on wall. Left on the wall. He's gonna bail.
All that car is jump off. He jumped off.
After a short chase, the driver, Lonnie Barnes, and his passenger, Lamont Lester, bailed on foot. Bad move. Both were quickly arrested. Inside the car, a large stash of marijuana. Both suspects were charged with felony fleeing and felony drug possession. They thought they could vanish into the night, but there's no outrunning a determined trooper.
Right.
Okay. The lady was upset with me because I booked the room last week. Okay.
June 17th, 2021, Savannah, Georgia. Jacob Palmer thought he could smooth talk his way out of trouble. Police found him loitering outside a motel, refusing to leave. His excuse? His truck wouldn't start and he was waiting for a tow. With a cigarette in his mouth, he calmly explained the situation and even showed paperwork.
How you doing today, man? I'm all right. That lady's like, I'm gonna call the police. Why, ma'am? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing nothing.
A quick computer check confirmed it. The pickup was stolen. The officer warned him, but Jacob went for a weapon.
Man, whose truck is this? It's my truck. Okay. All right. Is it me and my mother's name? Put your phone in your pocket. Look, come here. No!
I want you to back in the head. No, motherfucker! You wanna get shot? Huh? You realize that, right? No, stop. No, stop. No, listen. No, listen. Listen. Stop, bro. Listen. No, you listen. Stop. No, you stop. Listen. Whoa. And I'm definitely gonna let you go. You don't want to let you go. There is a reason. You can take them out.
Buddy.
The officer tased him, but Jacob still grabbed the gun. Fortunately, the officer had ejected the magazine, preventing disaster. Jacob fled and stole the officer's patrol car, triggering a high-speed, multi-agency pursuit. to the graphic nature, we won't show what happened next. Just know that Jacob stumbled out, weapon in hand. An officer opened fire, striking him. Jacob survived and was arrested on the scene. In court, he pleaded guilty to hijacking a police car and 6 other charges, landing an 18-year sentence. Officer Philip Hutto, who first confronted Jacob, believed he deserved life. If he hadn't ejected the magazine, he feared his kids would have grown up without a father. Between 1997 and 2013, the Ford Crown Victoria was the police car. Even today, when you see one, you probably assume it's an undercover cop. But on May 9th, 2022, in Georgia, GSP Trooper Moore spotted an old Crown Vic with dark-tinted windows and knew something was up. After making a quick U-turn, he realized a street race was in progress. As he pulled up, the Crown Vic driver veered into an empty parking lot, probably hoping to shake the trooper. Bad idea. The GSP stopped using Crown Vics for a reason. They can't outrun Dodge Chargers.
Going south on Victory. Yeah, 926 started.
Let me see the hands! Open the door! Open the door! Get up!
The driver, 26-year-old Camonte Brown, was arrested and charged with fleeing and multiple traffic violations. Officers also smelled marijuana on him, and his glazed-over eyes didn't help his case. Trooper Moore likely added a DUI charge to his growing list of legal troubles. Brown was taken to the hospital for a blood test and to treat minor scrapes from the chase. Once medically cleared, he was booked into Muskogee County Jail. Lesson learned: a Crown Vic might look the part, but it won't outrun the real deal. March 31st, 2022, Bluffton, Ohio. Officer Dominic Francis gave his life in the line of duty, becoming the first Bluffton officer lost on the job in nearly 100 years. It all started around 2 a.m. when Ohio State troopers spotted a black Infiniti speeding down the interstate. The driver refused to stop, triggering a 130-mile-per-hour chase. Officer Francis was part of a stop-stick team, trying to disable the fleeing vehicle. But as the suspect swerved to avoid the spikes, he collided with Officer Francis. The vehicle crashed nearby, and 3 suspects fled on foot. Tragically, Officer Francis didn't survive. An hour later, one suspect stole a Toyota Prius, another was arrested in a nearby neighborhood, and the third was still on the run. Every officer in Ohio was now hunting for that Prius. They finally spotted it on Interstate 71 near Medina, and this time, there was no escape.
Passing 218 northbound.
Switch to the right hand lane. 303, right lane, coming up to 303.
They was the blood line and he was for officer life. That's very right.
Down to 70 miles an hour, he's got traffic around him. What do you think, all box?
No box. Hit when you can. Out of traffic though. Think about Jason.
Northbound on primary 1539, take radio.
Take him out!
Nagary Road is shut down. I sent him back to 230, back southbound. 20. We're on 20
20 East coming into the area right now. 20 East in the construction zone. Are we on 20? Northbound 57 from Chestnut. I'm running the G parallel on 83. Signal 100 northbound in the southbound lane, 57 north of Chestnut.
1721's out.
100.
Our pursuing officer briefly stepped out to inspect damage to his cruiser, but it wasn't bad enough to keep him out of the fight. Moments later, the suspect crashed and officers closed in. The driver, 21-year-old Emmon Johnson, later pleaded guilty to 6 charges, including tampering with evidence and involuntary manslaughter. He was sentenced to 26 years in prison. The other 2 men, Dante Tate and Zachary Love, took plea deals for lesser charges. One officer lost his life, but his fellow officers never stopped until justice was served.
He killed a cop in Hancock County.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, we got some dingers in our car.
The GSP Nighthawks aren't a football team. They're an elite unit of Georgia State troopers trained to keep highways safe, especially from impaired drivers. And on December 21st, 2021, a stolen Toyota Camry found out the hard way that when the Nighthawks lock in, there's no escape. Near Savannah, Georgia, Nighthawk units got word of the fleeing Camry and hit the gas to intercept it on I-95. Heavy traffic and rain made things dangerous. A well-timed maneuver forced the suspect off the highway, and this pursuit was about to end.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, that boy in that room.
Hey, boy.
a short foot chase. 32-year-old Shimmick Little was cuffed and brought back to the patrol cars. That's when officers noticed something wet in his pocket. Inside, a stolen pair of shorts with a burst anti-theft ink tag. His breath reeked of chemicals, his eyes were bloodshot, and in the stolen car, officers found freshly smoked crack pipes stuffed with Brillo pads to hide the smell. In the end, Shamik was slapped with 15 charges, including felony fleeing, hit and run, shoplifting, and DUI. Stealing cars, shoplifting, and smoking crack behind the wheel? The Nighthawks made sure this crime spree hit a dead end. November 20th, 2020, Georgia. Trooper Hunn with the GSP spotted a red Nissan Altima blowing through red lights and failing to signal. He pulled behind the driver in a parking lot, expecting a routine traffic stop.
999 Atlanta 1038. On Altima, Georgia 28, William Paul Zebra 355, WPZ 355. No, 1080. And he's still rolling left on Cleveland Ave.
Edward was medically cleared and taken to an Atlanta jail, charged with fleeing and eluding. No warrants, no drugs, no stolen vehicle. So why did then took off? She was heavily intoxicated and all over the road, veering into oncoming traffic and forcing drivers to dodge out of the way.
Running cars off the roadway.
What is he doing?
917, copy 906, request permission to continue pursuit outside the city. We're going Y Highway northbound. She's almost struck multiple vehicles.
Then she stopped in the middle of the road. A surrender, not even close. Bobby slammed into patrol cars, ramming police like she was playing bumper cars.
Sorry, Chargers, she has struck my vehicle. We'll continue pursuit.
She's backing up again.
Finally, an officer PIT maneuvered her into a ditch, but she wasn't done yet. With her SUV barely hanging on, she threw it in reverse, trying to ram a patrol car one last time. Then, out of nowhere, another officer hit her like a missile, flipping the SUV over.
She run on foot.
Bobby was hit with multiple felony charges, including car theft, resisting arrest, and assault. Last we heard, she was being held without bail. One thing's for sure, her joyride ended the hard way. July 3rd, 2023, St. Augustine, Florida. Highway patrol officers were in hot pursuit of a black SUV, driven by a suspect who didn't care about public safety, only escaping. He weaved through traffic, risking every life on the road just to save his own. Officers knew they had to shut this down fast, but luck wasn't on their side. As the chase escalated, a white car suddenly collided with the suspect's SUV. Instead of staying down, he jumped over the road barrier and somehow kept running, dodging traffic like a real-life game of Frogger. Police pursued him into the woods and eventually took him down. His identity? Unknown. The reason for the chase? Also a mystery. Someone that desperate to escape is usually hiding something big. A stolen car? Illegal contraband? We may never know, but his run ended in handcuffs. July 20th, 2024. Clayton County, Georgia. A GSP Black Hawk Division trooper was patrolling or 75 North when a black Dodge Durango SRT blew past him at 97 miles per hour.
Victor Charlie Echo 3867 is going to be on a Dodge Durango SRT. Black over 9, you can show us in pursuit. 75 northbound. Coming up on Forest Parkway.
Just make the location of 106, traffic light. 25 north, coming up to Forest Parkway.
The driver, Jontavius Hood, cranked his speed up to 140 miles per hour, component placement weaving through traffic, trying to shake the GSP, but once the Blackhawks are on your tail, there's no shaking them. According to reports, Hood took an exit loop at nearly 80 miles per hour, a bad move.
Identify GSP, 25 west from 75. Speeds are going around curve. Speeds are 50 right now. He does 41. Hit the curve, 41 curve.
Getting on 285, stand by for east to west. Right now, he just 41 at the curve, 41 on the curve. 41 roll over.
The stolen Durango lost control, spun out and slammed into the sidewall. His passenger, identified only as D. Foster, at least had the sense to tell police he had a weapon in his pocket.
I got a gun on. Oh,
I got you.
I got a gun on.
What a gun at?
It's in my pants. It's in my pants. It's in my pants.
Officers found a stolen pistol on him. Jontavius was arrested and booked into Clayton County Jail, while Foster was released later that day. It's unclear if he was charged with anything. One thing's clear, running at 140 miles per hour doesn't make you untouchable. It just makes your arrest happen faster. April 26th, 2024, Craighead County, Arkansas. Police from multiple agencies were locked in a high-speed pursuit of a stolen black Jeep Cherokee out of Jonesboro. The chase crisscrossed jurisdictions before the suspect took it off-road. His Jeep's off-road capabilities gave him an advantage, leaving several officers struggling to navigate the narrow forest paths. The driver knew these woods well and managed to put distance between himself and the police, but officers weren't giving up. As they regrouped, two squad cars collided while trying to rejoin the chase. The crash was a little too eager, a little too fast, but luckily everyone walked away with just minor bumps and bruises. Eventually, 52-year-old Edward Gene Huff of Clarksville, Tennessee was arrested off camera. Inside the stolen Jeep, police found a glass pipe and 0.5 grams of methamphetamine. Huff was charged with felony fleeing, possession of drug paraphernalia, and theft by receiving. Taking the chase off-road bought him some time, but not his freedom. Meet Matthew Richardson, a 33-year-old from Alachua County, Florida, who just can't stop running from the cops. Back in April 2021, he was already on probation for DUI, his license was suspended, and Florida had made it clear. He wasn't supposed to be behind the wheel. But Matthew, he didn't care. He wasn't about to let some no-good copper stop him from driving like a maniac. In fact, he was so casual about it that he even flipped off the officer mid-chase.
17,000 Southeast County Road 234-28. Hotel Golf X-Ray. Florida 10 Chevy. Signal 1, signal 2. Just threw a beer out the window. Wrong lane of traffic. Yes. Once he drops down to 45, I'm going to pit him. He's in the wrong lane of traffic. Through the median. We're at 70. Miles an hour. Heading toward Marion County, he's flipping me off.
Can we notify Marion? 1031, let's take a one game.
The pursuit took him down the highway into a residential area and eventually onto a construction zone where his luck finally ran out.
Traffic light, roads somewhat wet.
We're sure we're blocked now. We're coming up to 326.
I paid him, he ran me, he's running back.
Sticks deployed.
We missed him.
I'll make a mutual aid request in Marion County Center area. We're coming through the intersection. And if you're trying to make another loop, you go ahead towards Center.
I started back in my day. I used to do it. They won't never let me get behind the world.
We got a pit just into the Marion County line. Successful pit. Who's trying to back out of it, y'all?
I'm stuck in my car.
Officers pounced before he could run or flip them off again. He was arrested and charged with fleeing, aggravated assault, and reckless driving, all major probation violations. His bond, $245,000, but someone paid it because by November, he was on the run again. By March 2024, Matthew racked up yet another high-speed chase, his fourth felony since 2018. Some people just never learn.
Yeah, that's crazy work. Crazy that. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this video now.